Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm just going to be doing a little video showing some Apple related vinyl that I've picked up recently, and it's all Beatles related but none of it's actually by the Beatles. Now before I start, I just want to apologise for not making any videos over the last couple of weeks. It's just been that I've had my A-level exams and that's kept me very busy, so I haven't had a great deal of time to film these videos, unfortunately. However, I've got the summer ahead of me now, so hopefully I'll be able to get more than one video a week done. So anyway, I'm going to start with this little video today. So I've got a few singles here first of all. The first one I've got is a copy of Badfinger's Come and Get It, which has unfortunately had the middle pushed out. And that's backed with Rock of All Ages. And of course this would normally come with a picture cover, but this copy doesn't have it. Next is another Badfinger single, and this is an American copy of their single Baby Blue from the LP Straight Up, and it's backed with Flying. So nice American single there. And the next single I've got to show is a foreign copy of Badfinger's Come and Get It. Now, as you can see, in fact I'll take that off this cover. As you can see, the Apple label is very different to the UK and indeed the US version, and it took me a long time to actually find out where this came from, and I believe it comes from South Africa somewhere like that. But there it is anyway. And it's backed with Rock of All Ages again. So that was a nice, interesting single. And now I've got another copy of Badfinger's Baby Blue, except this one is on the purple Capital label rather than the Apple label. And it's got a different B-side. This time it's Day After Day. And it's one of these jukebox reissues on the coloured vinyl. And this has got a nice dark blue vinyl. Very nice coloured vinyl reissue. We'll do a lot of Beatles ones like this. And now I've got a bit of Mary Hopkins stuff. So here's a copy of Those Were the Days, #1 in 1968. One of the very early Apple singles. Got the Sold in the UK text there. Produced by Paul McCartney. And Turn, Turn, Turn is the B-side. And next up I've got a copy of the same single, however this is a Dutch copy. And what's interesting is that it's actually on the Parlophone label rather than the Apple label. Even though it still says Apple II on the label. And it's got the same B-side. However, as you can see in the perimeter text, it says there at the 9 o'clock position, Holland. So that was a nice Dutch press. I picked this up recently for £1, I believe, so didn't mind for that price. And here we've got another Mary Hopkins one, Goodbye, from 1969, Apple 10. And that's backed with Sparrow. And here we've got a picture cover for Tema Harbour. It's got a bit of damage, unfortunately, as you can see at the top, but the rest of it's quite nice. And there's the Solid Centre Apple label from 1970. And there's the B-side. And I've got a couple more singles to go, and I believe they're both Mary Hopkins. First one is Knock Knock Who's There, also from 1970. Backed with I'm Going to Fall in Love Again. And finally for the singles, Mary Hopkin, Think About Your Children, with some pen on the label. And that's backed with Heritage. Okay, so I've got 3 Apple albums now, 2 of which are Mary Hopkin and one's James Taylor. So I'll show you the Mary Hopkin ones first. This is Mary Hopkin's Postcard album on the Apple label. And I'll show you the back. It's got a nice laminated sleeve by Gowden. Is it by Gowden Lofthouse? Actually, no, it's not. It's by McNeil Press Limited, so it's not by Gowden Lofthouse, this one. And there's the back. And it's got the track listing on the postcard there. And it comes in the die-cut black inner sleeve, just like the White Album and Yellow Submarine and Abbey Road do. And here's the Apple label. This is stereo. And interestingly, this came out in 1969, so it's got the sold in the UK text. And it's got a Sapco catalogue number. Sapco 5 this is. And there's side 2. Producer Paul McCartney, he worked with Mary Hopkin quite a lot in the late 60s and the early 70s. And now we've got another Mary Hopkin album. And this album's called Earth Song / Ocean Song. It's got Earth Song on one side and Ocean Song on the other. And it says on the spine, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, it just says Earth Song / Ocean Song. And this has got a gatefold cover, this. And it's mostly this nice colour image of Mary Hopkin by some trees there. And it's got the track listing on the right hand side. And this album came out in 1971, still on the Apple label, and this is Sapco 21. Stereo, of course. And there's side 2. And the third and final album I've got for this video, it's a James Taylor album, and I actually picked this up about a month ago at a car boot sale of all places for, I can't remember if it was 50p or £1. It was no more than £1 anyway. So I just thought it was good value. I mean, it's not in very good condition, as you're about to see, but I just thought for an original Apple album it was worth picking up. So I'll show you the condition of the cover first. So you've got the artwork there, James Taylor. And there's the back of the sleeve with these legs. Obviously it's a gatefold sleeve which opens out. Now you'll be able to see the spine is completely gone. It's only really holding on for about a third of the way through, and even that's damaged, so the spine is beyond repair really, unless you applied a lot of sellotape. But I'll try and show you the inside. So it's got the track listing and all the lyrics. And interestingly, the previous owner of this record has done some illustrations, as you can see there, and they've made some annotations to some of the songs, including some annotations to the lyrics. They've actually appeared to have crosswords out and written stuff. And there's the other side. In a way, it's quite nice to see these annotations because it shows you kind of the history of the owner. And interestingly, it's got a version of Something in the Way She Moves, which is no relation to the Beatles song, and they've written next to that different version, and it is actually a different version to the one that's usually heard. It's the album version. And the actual record is on Sapco 3, so this actually came out before the Mary Hopkin Postcard album. And the record, despite the state of the cover, isn't in too bad a condition. It's got some marks on it, obviously, but it's not in as bad a condition as the cover. And I believe this album's just self-titled. Yep, James Taylor by James Taylor. 1968. Hasn't got sold in the UK text, interestingly. Alright, so that's the end of this video, and I hope to do another video later on this week, and I'll show my Beatles CD collection in that video. So anyway, thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all next time.